What is going on, guys? Poketism here, back with another market update video. If you like the content, consider dropping a like, maybe even a comment saying SpaghettiOs, and a subscribe if you want to see more content like this. And for our based and beta comments of the day, for our based comment, we have Bevinator saying spaghetti and meatballs. So this isn't SpaghettiOs, however, you get the based comment because if that is a donkey reference, then you are obviously based. So thank you for that comment. And then for our beta comment, we have Chris here saying, kind of forced to buy on release because all shops selling them will sell out after an hour. All right, Chris, sorry to put you in the beta comment of the day here, but remember, you don't always have to buy. Sometimes you just got to be patient to get, these products at a decent price. Sure, you're going to be paying over MSRP unless you manage to catch a restock somewhere. But this hobby just takes patience, and sometimes the new shiny thing is all you can think about. But you got to appreciate what you already have. Thanks for your comment, Chris. And let's hop into today's topic. So we're gonna cover a few products that we think are good value, and then we're going to also talk about some of these new products and what they're retailing for, what they're selling for scalp prices. We're just going to do a little deep dive on these products here. So Perfect Order booster boxes are still in pre-order. The official release day is the 27th of March. So we got down below $200 a box, where honestly, if you got a box pre-ordered for $200, that's like a miracle in this day and age in Pokemon. Then we shot back up to $250 for a pre-order. Now we are kind of going back down with volume increasing for pre-orders. So we're looking at $215 to $250 over the past couple of days. So Perfect Order, I've expressed in the past, it's not a set that I feel is very investable. However, the downside risk of a Perfect Order box around $200, I believe, is very minimal to the potential upside. So if I am going to grab a box of Perfect Order, I'm probably going to grab it if it goes to around $200 a box again. Was that our only chance? Possibly, but patience is key. We got to see what the overall set value is looking like once the cards are out. And if we have a very overall a set value overall that is very low, then I imagine that the box price will get below $200, maybe for a couple days or so at some point. So we'll have to see. But I'm not really too impressed with the cards in this set. Compared to Ascended Heroes, where we just had an amazing lineup of first-gen Pokemon, very popular Pokemon. I think that Perfect Order has been a set that's kind of giving the community a little bit of a break. Like, the community has been getting fatigued by all this amazing product that is dropping. And maybe, they got to throw a set in there every once in a while for those fans out there that have Mega Zygarde as their favorite Pokemon, because they do exist. They are out there. So, Pokemon's doing their best to cater to the entire community. Now, for the Elite Trainer box here, we are sitting pretty low on the pre-orders, anywhere from $80 to $110. Just about what I expected. If you were to get a ETB, I wouldn't even bother with the regular ones. I would say more so towards the Elite Trainer box here. Now, I would not be pre-ordering this. Mega Zygarde box selling for $335. Yeah, I don't think so. Especially when Ascended Heroes is about $20 to $30 more. If you wanted to put that much money into a pre-order for this item, you might as well buy an Ascended Heroes box, because that's going to do you way better. So this did drop down to about $250 a box, and we have been going back up over $300, but not a lot of volume. Just people look like have been slowly increasing their pre-sale price. I don't think this is a $300 box, at least not right now. Perfect Order is not going to be rotating out until 2029, is my understanding. So this box has the potential to be reprinted for quite some time. So we're just going to have to wait if we want to pick up one of these, because I think we'll be able to get this below $200 in the next coming months. I have no doubt. Now, Prismatic is not a newer product, but it's one that I like to touch on every once in a while here. So I've talked about how Prismatic Evolutions booster bundles are one of the best places to be parking your money into right now for a good potential ROI. And it seems that there's a lot of people that agree. There's a huge volume increase here coming into these price drops from the Target restocks. So we got down to as low as $58 a booster bundle, and then we're selling all the way up to $89. So I don't know who's buying them at $89, especially when you can get 20 of them here for $75 each. So, I have already accumulated a lot of this product, so I have pretty much slowed down almost entirely, just because I was really happy with my entry in the range of anywhere from $60 to $70 was where I got a majority of my booster bundles at. So, I'm kind of attached to that price range and don't really want to be paying much more than that. So if I was to put in that $60 to $70 into something else, I'd be looking at something like Black Bolt, White Flare booster bundles, Destined Rivals booster bundles, and also stockpiling some money for when Ascended Heroes booster bundles officially drop, because I believe that that is going to be another position that I'm really going to want to get into when we settle down and find a good price floor on that new product. Now, I did mention a few times about the Prismatic Evolutions surprise box and booster bundle. This was below $100 when I first brought it up. These were selling for $90 to $95. And look at us now. We just keep going up and going up. We have sales between $100 and $125. I knew that this product was going to start picking up quite quickly because these two products combined are roughly about $120 in value. If you take into account the Sam's Club booster bundles have stickers on each side of the booster bundle box, and that after taking off the plastic, the surprise box is just unwrapped. So, we're pretty much at their expected market value now. Let's take a look at most recent sales. We got 122, 122, 114, 113, 123. So if you managed to pick some of these up, congratulations to you. If you got in around $90 or $95 for these, you are already up, about $25. So that's fantastic. And I'm excited to see the growth on this product as time goes on. Ascended Heroes Elite Trainer box here. Always got to check up on it. Sitting at about $114. There's one listed here. Had some sales here at $95 to $132. Interesting. Whoever got it for $95, I'm guessing they paid extra shipping. But we have 121, 124, 121, 124, 125. So it does look like that these are still selling above $120, and they continue to slowly inch their way up. The demand is slowly cooling off here. If you take a look at the volume, we're sloping down every couple of days. So I believe people are starting to get on the same mindset that $125 is a little bit too much to be paying for these Elite Trainer boxes right now, so early in this product's print cycle. But what we'll have to see is if we do drop back down to around $100 a booster, or an Elite Trainer box, or even $110, is that volume is probably going to creep back up. So we will just have to keep on watching. So we did have our first partner illustration collection series 1 drop, which features 3 generations of starters, and you get one of the generations when you open up the pack. So looks like we hit some pre-sale prices of about $70 to $75. It hits the market, drops down to about $50, anywhere from the range of $24 to $63 sold. Let's take a look here. $54, actually all about $55 have been the last sales, with plenty selling today. So I have a feeling that these are probably going to drop a little bit more in price. Not willing to pick one up for $50. I think there's better ways, places to be putting your money. Uh, you know, this would be something that I would want to buy and rip open because it would be cool to get the original Gen 1 starter Pokemon. But, we don't really do too much ripping on this channel here. We like to keep our boxes nice and crispy and sealed. And our premium poster collections, both the Mega Gardevoir and the Mega Lucario box, have also hit the market. These were pre-selling for almost $150, and it looks like we have dropped down to sales between $93 and $130. So let's take a look here. So 119, 119, 120, 107, 111. If this gets down to about $100 for a poster collection, that's about $10 per pack, I believe. These come with 10 packs, don't they? Or is it only 5? Yeah, 10 packs plus the promos. I think that this would be an outstanding value at $100. So if you can snag them at that price, definitely do so. I imagine they're going to be hard to store. So we're just going to have to keep in mind that this may be something that you might only want to get a couple of unless you got plenty of storage space. Then load up at $100. And then the Mega Lucario, same sort of deal, although it looks like it is holding a higher price tag. Let's see. Yeah, so they're selling on average a little bit more than the Gardevoir ones, so about $120 to $122. I think these will cool off, especially as more of the scalped product hits the market. That's just the reality we live in, guys. I know it's not fun, but it's either we sit or outside of our jobs and go and wait in lines to get this product to hold on to, or we buy it off of scalpers. That's just the world we live in, and I'm not just going to pass up on a product completely just because I can't get it at MSRP. Because working a full-time job, you just can't do that. You just can't skip work to go and wait in line at Costco or Sam's Club. But we do what we can. We get the best entries that we can, and then we just hope that our strategy stays consistent, and then the success will follow as time goes on. Thanks for watching today's video, and we'll see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.